So today's bittersweet because it's first day back from COVID. Still like barely positive, so Nicole, my fiance, and I are being careful. But I do feel good enough to stream for a couple hours. I should be all good to go for the party stream on Saturday. That's the other part of the sweet part is we achieved partner. We have this incredible pride party planned on Saturday, including Raffle, Nito, Balenos Bear, Spectre, Don Palombo, maybe some surprise appearances from a couple other big creators. It's going to be a fun time on Saturday. However, uh, my favorite creator, one of my favorite creators on the platform, is no longer going to be streaming, and that's Murphy. And I think a lot of people in my community are aware of kind of what happened yesterday in terms of his decision to stop streaming. Um, I don't think it's. Uh, I don't think I'll do a good job recapping all his points. I think you should watch his video. Um, Doctor covered it as well, but I kind of want to approach it from a different perspective. In terms of, I don't really know what to say. It's heartbreaking. It's hurtful that he felt he was kind of bullied by a lot of people in the community, kind of became a figure in the community that was seen as like the class clown. I think the lack of a better term. And again, I don't want to put words into his mouth. Go watch his video. But it felt like a lot of people were just not being nice to him. And it's really affected me because I feel like I could have done a better job. I know a couple of examples that he brought up during those streams. One of them happened in my Discord of someone saying something, and that person has absolutely apologized. I apologized on their behalf for the way they said that, and you know that was with the first round. Because originally Murphy a few weeks ago made a video about how he didn't feel extremely comfortable in the community, and he felt like people are being kind of rude. And I tried to address it a little bit more on my streams. I really wanted to, say something when people seem to be botting on not just Murphy, but any one person in the chat or just being kind of rude. But I think I could have done a better job. And I think that's the frustrating part is I'm upset with myself because I know I could have done more to make him feel included, to maybe say stuff in other people's chats, to not say certain things, to I don't know, make sure that I wasn't feeding into any kind of idea that it was okay to be mean to Murphy or that Murphy should be the butt of any jokes, especially when we knew how he was feeling. But I also know there's a lot that went into his decision to not stream or create anymore. I kind of didn't have anything planned. I'm really just rambling off the hip here. I think I'm just upset with myself, upset with the community. Hurt that I'm not going to have Murphy content anymore. I'm hurt that someone that I think is just a genuinely good person feels so terrible. And that's why we're going to go into a little bit of a story time. So I think this really hits home for me because growing up, not everybody knows this. I was bullied quite a bit. Like I really struggled making friends growing up. And I know that kind of suffocation you can feel in an environment like a school environment where it becomes the cool thing to hate on you. And it pushed me pretty far. And I'm not going to get into the super dark details. We'll save that for a better time where I can really think out on how to approach that topic and talk it through, because I do want to speak on mental health using my platform, and I do want to try and be a positive influence on that stuff. But I won't get into the details. I'll just say that it's not fun. And to see someone go through that on Twitch in a gaming community is awful. It's hurtful. And I just want us to do better. So what I'm going to try and take away from, Murphy's announcement is let's just be better. And I know that sounds very simple, but it's not just us and the mods, moderating stuff. It's all of you, making the choice to not be mean to another person in chat, not be mean to other creators, not put them down. And a big part of that is just don't make it cool. Like, don't, like, if you see that behavior, you just call it out, say that's not funny. Like, it's one of the quickest ways to shut down someone who's quote unquote trolling or being rude is tell them it's not cool. Because, at least in my experience, you know, when I dealt with it throughout school and all that, I think that's what I need. I need somebody to eventually be like, yeah, it's not funny to make fun of them. Like, it's old. It kind of breaks this cycle, and it makes people think like, oh shit, that's a person. This isn't a bit. So I'm hoping we can start doing that as a community. I mean, there's a whole, other part of what Murphy talked about backseating and all that. And you guys know how I feel in chat. You guys can tell me how you want me to play. I'll give it back to you if I feel like it. Our back and forth, for the most part, I think has been okay. But I don't love how other people have been treated in my chat. And I'm going to try and do a better job of working on that going forward. So with all that said, I'm just sad that Murphy's not going to be creating anymore. I'm upset with myself because I feel like I could have done a little bit better to help that, to make him feel included and safe. And yeah, I don't really know how to angle out of this rant. So I'm going to stop the recording because I'm going to post this so other people can also see it and we can get back to our kind of a normal Twitch stream.